Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great summer. The weather here in London is just amazing and has been the whole summer. And when I went to Stockholm, I came back a week ago, it was just unheard of amazing weather. Around 32 degrees, sunshine, I mean, it never stopped. It was unbelievable. Who needs the Mediterranean when you got Stockholm? It was crazy, but it was so nice. Anyway, this week I want to show you fermented fruit chutney. And you know I love fermented fruits. It's just such a great way of eating even more healthy stuff. And sometimes fermented vegetables, the kids can go a little bit, oh, what's this? Will I taste this, that and the other? But fermented fruits for them, it works a little bit better. And also if you want to get into eating fermented foods, maybe fruits it's a good way to start eating it now. Making it, unfortunately, is a little bit harder. It takes a little bit more vigilance. You need to check it quite often, and it goes really quickly, especially in this heat. I mean, it could take, I think my last batch took 2 days, and I've done it in, this is part of my last batch. It's not much left, and I did it last week because I can't stop eating it. It's just so nice. I have it with my dinner, my lunch, or I just eat it straight from the jar. It's just so gorgeous. Anyway, I've done them in 2 pots, 2 jars, and I think it was just over 2 days, and one just went off and the other one was gorgeous, and so I had to throw away 1 jar. That's how quick it goes. And also you have to burp them every day, just open them so the air comes in. So a little bit more hard work, but I think the stuff that you get out, the chutney, is just beautiful. So for this chutney you need, first of all, a date paste. And what you do is you take your dates and put them in water. And I normally do this overnight. Sort of 7 dates is probably a good thing, and then cover them in water, and then just mix it in your mixer until it's a paste. You could use a little bit of water at the time, but don't throw away the water because you might need it for later. I mixed the dates into a paste, and I also, the water that was left, I'm still keeping that, and I measured, and it is 1/2 cup of water with that sort of datey flavour to it, and that goes in to the bowl where the paste is, as does 1/2 teaspoon of probiotic powder, and then mix all this. Now when you do ferment fruit, you need that extra little starter kick. We also need 3 pears. I think these are conference pears, and you need to cut them up into little cubes. When everything is chopped up, I mean, it can be quite rough and ready. It doesn't need to be equal pieces, as you can see. Sometimes it's just nicer when it's a little bit rough and ready and homemade. So when you cut up all the 3 pears, this goes into the mixture with the dates and the probiotics. Mix it up. You also need 1 teaspoon of grated ginger, and that goes in here, and 1/4 cup of raisins. Mix it all up. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Oh, this is really nice. And also a little bit of Chinese 5 spice. You don't have to have these in, but a little bit is quite nice. Now mix it all up. And 1/2 teaspoon of salt. This is Himalayan crystal salt. You need to use a good salt, not your ordinary table salt. So Himalayan crystal salt or a sea salt. Yeah, so that's all you need to do, and now we're going to put them in the culinary jars. And I'm going to put them in 2 different ones. You can put them in one, it doesn't matter. But this recipe normally fills up 2 of this size or 1 larger one. These have been washed and sterilized, and you sterilize them in the oven. You put the oven on 150 degrees C and put them in there without the rubber ring obviously, and leave them there for about 20 minutes. Don't let them touch each other, try to sort of separate them, and then just take them out and let them cool down. So you need to pack them tightly, and you need to leave a little bit of room at the top so it can expand, because this is living food and it does grow. There's not much water in this one, so I'm going to put some of it in. And what you need to do is to pack it really, really well. Try a wooden spoon. Do it as tightly as you can, and so there's no air bubbles at the bottom or in the middle. Now the important thing for the whole process is that they're covered in water, that there's a little bit more water on top. So just use some extra water if you need to. So it's all packed, and you can see there's a little bit of water up here, and that's important that the fruit and the spices are covered with water at all times, and there's also some room for it to expand. And now you need to put it somewhere, and I mean here it's probably quite warm, so it will go quite quickly. Normally it takes between 2 to 4 days for it to be done, but I check it every day because it goes quite quickly with fruit. You don't want to have it overdone. Like last week I had to throw away 1 batch. So try it every day, burp it every day, very important. So you need to take care of this little thing. It's like a little pet. You can't leave it for, not even for a day. So, but look after it, and it will look after you, because it's super tasty and it's really beneficial for your body, especially for your gut. You know, it's full of natural probiotics in here, and it's a great little thing to have in your diet, especially if you follow like a raw food diet or want to have more raw food in you, then this is a perfect little thing to have with it, because it tastes almost cooked, so you get the feeling of having something cooked but without it being cooked, because obviously it's completely raw. So I hope you like this video and that you will come back next week. Thank you so much for watching, and have a lovely, lovely summer. Bye.